Hi, it's Sean, the Fluency Awesomizer, and this is Decoding Multi-Syllabic Words, episode 74. Speaking of 74, I have 4 words I want to look at today. Let's get started. I want you to read these words right out loud. Here's the first one. How about this one? And this. And finally. All right, were any of those tricky to read? If so, keep watching. I'm going to review them and show you some decoding strategies you might want to use next time you get stuck on those words or words that are, similar looking. First, a reminder of the fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, and the moral, slow and steady wins the race, which is great advice when you do get stuck on a big unfamiliar word like this one. You can think of these words as races. There is a finish line, and if you read like the hare, you might want to get to that finish line as fast as you can. You'll zip through a big word like this. That's where mistakes can easily happen. But if you read like the tortoise, take it slow and steady when you're trying to decode these words. That patience is definitely going to improve your ability to do so. Keep it in mind. Let's practice. All right, this word, I like to get the fingers out, break these words into smaller parts. This word starts with im. There's per. That's an R-controlled sound in the middle there. Per. What's going on here? That's 3 vowels in a row, a vowel triplet. Very rare. Do you know this? You either know it or you don't right now. This is impervious. We're going to look at that ending in just a moment. That's an adjective, goes back to the Latin word pervious. And that meant and means can be passed through, like this archway. And im, the prefix im, comes from Latin too, and that turns this word into the opposite, cannot be passed through, like this wall. And we're going to look at this Latin root ius right now. Impervious, that I is making a long E sound. Right? You need to know that for spelling. E-us, 2 syllables. You see it in genius, and the math word radius. And here in impervious, the Latin word became the English word impervious over time. And English added an O to that Latin root ius. That's why there's an O there. You don't hear it though. You still hear es from the Latin eus, es. So that's the story with it, ending ious. So impervious, still an adjective. You can't pass through. Impervious. 4-syllable word, not to be confused with this. Starts with im as well. There's the open syllable pro, or is this part of the word prove? Is prove in this word? There's vice. Looks like vice. This is improvise, not vice. We'll talk about that S in a second here. That's a verb. It goes back to Latin too. The origin of the word is provisus. And in Latin, that means plan ahead or prepare. Put the prefix im in front. That's the opposite, not planned ahead, or you make it up as you go, improvisus. Over time, it became a French word, improvise, and that S is pronounced as a Z in French, improvise. And that's why our English word improvise is spelled with an S. This is the French. It's not spelled with a Z. It sounds like a Z. It sounds like a Z. It's an S, improvise, and because of the French root or the French origin there of that word. Make it up as you go, unrehearsed, improvise. Like if you found this sock puppet, oh, hey, I'm Mr. Stinky. How are you today? You would improvise something, improvise. Not to be confused with this. We're just going to look at the big word here. That's the syllable pre. Always gets confused with per, the R-controlled sound per. So look, pre, per, pre, per, pre. And there's that IOUS we were just talking about. This is impervious. Talk about previous just for a second here. It's an adjective, goes back to Latin as well. A lot of Latin origins in our language. And look at this spelling, previous. Previous. And the pre became pre in English. That's why it means before. And vius comes from Latin via, which means road or path. So this word previous literally means in Latin to go before, like down a road, previous. There's the prefix pre, and the IOUS ending, and just a reminder, it's spelled with an O, but you don't hear it, es, from the Latin root eus, previous, a long E, previous. And the last word here starts with im. There's the word press. Is that sive? Impressive. It's an adjective, impressive. The root is press. Prefix im, Im from Latin can mean into, in, on, also makes it the opposite. So impress literally means press into or onto, like to make an impression. And impress, still a verb. Put an IVE on the end of a verb and you get an adjective. Here you get impressive. Now, IVE, there is an E. It doesn't make the I long though. That silent E rule doesn't apply here. Impressive. No words end with just a V. There's an E at the end. So you need to know that. Impressive. All right, pretty impressive. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook for more videos, decoding videos like this one. At my Facebook page, there's a photo album full of reading challenges I've written to help you practice decoding those big words and to awesomize your fluency. Hope you enjoyed the video. Come back and see me soon. Tell a friend or a family member about me. And we'll talk then. Bye.